morning. KJOZ, KJOZradio.com, KJOZ 880. We got our political analyst on the phone, Jerry Ford Jr. Good morning, Jerry. How you doing?
Good morning, Jerry.
Hey, good morning, Showbiz. Good morning, Lady BG. How y'all doing this morning?
Cool, man.
We're good. We're good.
You got a chance to see the runoff debate?
Yeah, it was interesting last night. Houston, we really have some problems that we have to attack this upcoming year. They talked about it last night, but, Houston has a $126 million deficit due next year. Talking about the fiscal year.
Hey, wait just a minute. I thought it was the pothole campaign. I thought that was what was really important.
The part that I heard was about the budget. I heard a lot of back and forth about the budget.
Good, because that has more weight. I mean, that has more substance to it for a city this large, on its way to be the third largest city in the country.
Yeah, and that was about the rebuild Houston. The thing that was, that's $100 billion that was put in place for that. And, Bill King was saying that, that money has been put out there, but we still having these problems with our roads. But, if you notice, the first 15 minutes, that was an interesting debate. I mean, it was a lot of personal attacks. It was getting kind of dirty at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty entertaining. If you missed it out, there was a lot going on.
Well, if you had to pick a winner, you know how they, like these days, they pick the winners of the debates. Who do you think won, Jerry? If you had to say who the winner was.
You know what? I hate to say this because a lot of people kind of know where I lean politically, but Bill King is trying to play that moderate guy.
That's what I said earlier.
He played that really good.
He did. I told Showbiz that earlier. I said he looks like the stand-up, trustworthy white guy who's 60 plus and people believe him. And
gentlemen, ladies,
don't believe the lies.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are in a journalistic capacity right now. You're not standing in the polls by yourself. You can't really give your personal views on, and you gotta just stay neutral.
No, that's exact. Hey, Jerry, we're on the same page because I thought the exact same thing. He doesn't look like Ted Cruz standing up there, but that's who's really standing up there is a Ted Cruz type.
I mean, I was like, is this great acting or something?
Yeah.
Because, he just looked like this somebody's older grandparent. He's just a nice guy.
Right. Exactly.
It was like, oh, man.
And I think he got more applause when I was watching. I saw maybe the last 30 minutes or so. Or
you can't gauge it.
He got more applause than Sylvester Turner did.
You can't gauge this on applause.
Well, let me tell you, if you saw the first 10 minutes, I was kind of upset a little bit because it kind of looked like an ambush on Sylvester Turner. Because they showed the two commercials. They said, well, we're going to show Turner's commercial. Yeah. We're going to let Bill King respond to it. If we're going to show Bill King's commercial, let Turner respond to it.
Okay.
So they played Sylvester Turner's commercial. It was really negative. And then
the
they
one
tried
about
to play Bill King.
The one about deleting everything?
Yeah. And then they tried to play Bill King's commercial. It didn't work. Then they played his commercial with Mattress Mac, and it wasn't as negative as Sylvester Turner. And then when Turner tried to respond, Bill King kept cutting him off, and the moderator didn't handle the debate. It was something I was kind of confused at first what was going on because usually you don't see that type of back and forth going on in the debate, a structure that way. Mm-hmm. Usually the moderator jumps in and cuts them off and, don't let,
the moderator let them go.
Yeah.
And I came in on the back end of that because I saw I didn't see them going back and forth. So that's what after that, that's kind of like the end of that. That's when I started watching. But we got to get to the polls. It's just that simple. Early voting started yesterday. I went yesterday. I'm done. I need you guys to do the same thing.
I'm in there for today. I didn't have time yesterday, but what did they talk about in terms of gun violence? I mean, we're seeing this time and time again, or is it just the norm? Because here in Texas, even back in the 1800s, you can carry a pistol.
As a Texan politician, you kind of got to play it safe. You got to stand for the Second Amendment. So they really didn't take a strong stance on it. But the thing is, what we're seeing in this country, we're seeing this way too often. This becomes something that we're seeing every single week. And, everybody always, their first reaction is say, well, mental health, because mental health. Well, here's the thing. We're not the only country in the world with crazy people.
Well,
we seem to have the only country with this issue of every week having, or every day having a mass shooting.
I don't mean to cut you off, Jerry, but mental health is reserved for white folks. And, you know, if you're black, then, you know, you're a thug. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So you can't just say mental health is this unless you're dealing with white folks. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you said what I'm thinking. I didn't say it, but, you know, you said it.
Uh-oh.
All right.
You know, but you know, that's something we really need to discuss. It's time to have this dialogue. We can't just watch these events happen and just say, oh, well, we're going to pray for you.
Yeah.
Right. You know,
We need some action.
We need to talk about it.
Well, I mean, they're setting themselves up so that when it occurs to those, again, who are saved by mental health, it's because we have to study them.
Oh,
we have to stick us. That's guy. It's an abnormal. You know, they don't just do this.
Oh, and then were you just 5 minutes ago telling me and Jerry we need to stay neutral? Listen to you.
Yeah, well, that's a totally different thing. This is by gun law.
Okay.
Yes. And you know, and here's the thing, and Obama said something yesterday. It shows how this issue is bigger than just mental health. He said, you know, we can have a terrorist on our watch list, but right now, under the current law, he can come into the United States, he can buy a gun, even if he can't fly. You know, if you're on a no-fly list, you know, you can still buy a gun in the United States.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's a problem right there. You know, we even had a gun forum yesterday at Texas Southern University. And, you know, we had these individuals who was, I never seen them on campus before. It was a couple Caucasians who was just saying that, you know, we need to have more guns on campus. They're going to bring their guns when the open campus carry law comes in place. And it's really getting out of hand right now in this country.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that we really need to sit down and have true dialogue about. Because this is a problem that is only happening really in the United States. You look at the rate of mass shootings that we see happening today.
All right, if you had to leave me right now with one thing only, before the 12th, which will be election day for our own new mayor of the city of Houston, what would it be, Jerry?
Just to vote. You know, it's up to us. It's a big difference between King and Sylvester Turner.
Yeah.
We got the issues with the $126 million deficit. That's really about the property taxes that we put a cap on and the pensions. But it's a very important race. There's a lot of issues that we need to look at, and we need to get out and vote and make a decision.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, brother.
All right, Jerry, thanks.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Talk to you later.
Keep your eye on the politics, and we'll keep our eye on you, bro. 7:07, 7 minutes after 7 now. Good morning.
Good morning. Throwback Thursday, y'all.